Hello everyone, we're live from Lindsborg this Friday afternoon, and today I'm taking you to see something really fantastic. This is something you don't get to see very often. It only comes out every couple of years, and we've only been doing this just really for a short couple of Hyllningsfests. And today I'm going to take you inside the Smoky Valley Arts and Folklife Center, which is located at 105 North Main here in Lindsborg. And we're going to just go inside, and I'm going to show you some of this exhibit. And Darlene Magnuson is here today, and we're just going to have her share some of the great stories. So come with me as we go inside. Hello, Darlene. How are you?
Hi, thank you for coming.
Well, I was just so excited that this opens today, and so I thought for the Friday video today, I would just come over and give people a sneak peek at what they can see and do while they're in Lindsborg, because this is only going to be up until the end of October, and today's opening day. So
wonderful to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about this exhibit and why it's so special.
Well, I think because it starts out with Dr. Holwerda, who was the first person to really get this festival started, and there's his costume, and I think that's especially important that we're honoring him to start this.
So which one is his? Can you show us exactly which one?
This is Dr. Holwerda's costume. Okay. I vaguely remember Dr. Holwerda, and I knew his wife as well. I probably went to him as a child, but back then we didn't go to doctors very much.
So how old are some of these costumes?
I'm sure some of these probably did back to 1941. That was the first festival. Exactly. So I'm sure that's what his was from. My mother-in-law has her costume here, and it was done in 1941 as well.
Do you want to show us that one? Because that one's super special to you, I'm sure.
Yes, it is. It is. It's special because it was made, the vest was made from a man's suit coat that was cut apart for the vest. Her aunts did all the embroidery work by hand on the vest and the waist of the apron, and then on the apron.
It's beautiful.
So it really is very special to have that in our family. And I think there aren't even any moth holes in it.
So how do you keep something like this? How have you kept this all these years to keep it in good shape?
Well, I've kept it in a closet like we do, you know, and tried to keep it clean and away from insects that like to come. Actually, it's been in a basement closet, but our basement is quite dry, so it has worked out well. So it has been stored through the years, and most of these costumes are from quite some time ago. Some are recent, but some have been just recently made. Most of them are older ones from Hyllningsfest past and people who have lived in this community for a long time.
So for those that are familiar with your son Zane, yes, he has a costume here as well.
Yes, he does.
Yes. So some of these costumes, like we said, are very old. Some of them have been in families for many, many years. Show us some of the handiwork that you enjoy the most, like the little novel things that some of these costumes have that you just think, wow, this is like an amazing touch. Because a lot of times today we don't do the handwork that people did a long time ago. And some of these are just absolutely amazing.
As I said, this vest was all hand done. Here's a vest here that was made by, the buttons are velvet, which were probably made, and the armhole facing is velvet, and so those were made for the vest, and that's an interesting technique. This one I think is especially cute on the apron because it has rickrack on it, and rickrack is not used very much anymore, except by people who do hand sewing and that. And I think that's unique that they have that in there. There again on this vest, there's been some handwork done, and I think that's another touch. And some of the fabrics have come from Sweden actually, and been purchased in Sweden and sent over. I think one of these costumes has some work from or fabric from Sweden, and we probably
These are
won't do
just
that.
beautiful.
Aren't
Yeah,
they
these are
gorgeous?
absolutely gorgeous. If you just look at some of the handwork, they're
Yes.
absolutely amazing. Some of the work that was done. And one of the things I think that I have always loved about this so much is that the stories for each of these costumes are included. So you get to know a little bit about the people that wore them, a little bit about the history, and sometimes something about how the costume was constructed
Exactly,
too.
exactly.
So the stories are just fantastic. And as you see, just over here on the wall, you're going to see there are all kinds of pictures too that have to do with the history of Hyllningsfest. Definitely not to be missed. So we do hope that you come and check this out. Can you tell me what hours are going to be?
I am not sure
Like
of
1
that,
to
but
5, I believe
we're here
today.
today 1 to 5, and I think Saturday and Sunday will be 1 to 5 as